The narcissist always judges you. Bring forth the next defendant, my booming baritone declares from my elevated position. You find yourself being hauled and pushed by two of my lieutenants as they drag you up some stairs. The noise of a raucous crowd grows as you emerge, blinking and anxious, into the dock. Your eyes dart about the crowded courtroom as you look for recognizable faces, but none are apparent. You see elements of familiarity. Are those our friends and family? But they seem different in some way. You cannot quite work it out. You just see stroppy, wax-like faces, mouths agape, a torrent of bilious noise raining down towards you, fingers jabbing the air, arms being waved frenetically, a seething mass of anticipation and disapproval. The crack of a gavel being wielded cuts through the cacophony, and all eyes turn, including your own, to me as I sit across and above from you. Attired in judicial robes in accordance with my status, I stare at you, eyes narrowed, and you shrink back under this unwavering gaze. "Well," I announce, "what have you got to say for yourself?" You frown, puzzled by this question. You do not even know why you are here. You cannot think straight, as there is a throbbing sensation in the middle of your brow and a sickness rising and falling in your stomach. Your shaking hands grasp the rail of the dock, but you remain silent. "I said," I declare in a louder voice, "what have you got to say for yourself?" The assembled crowd begin to chant, "What, what, what, what?" The noise increases as those who have crammed into the courtroom lean forward, creating walls of sneering and sardonic faces all around you. The galleries are packed with eager voyeurs, and the noise cascades down onto you. The gavel, once again, interrupts the crowd, and a hush descends. There is an air of expectancy, as I and the crowd wait for you to speak. You feel a jab in your side as one of the lieutenants elbows you, a savage prompt for you to talk. "I don't understand why I am here," you say. Your voice sounds weak and quiet, but it is apparent that everyone has heard you, as there is a collective intake of breath, and then you hear the intermittent remarks thrown towards you. "Idiot! Shameful! So disrespectful! Fool!" Your eyes go back to me, and you see me draw myself up, bristling with indignity. "You don't understand?" I boom. The crowd starts to jabber. "She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand." "Such impertinence! You should know why you are here," I declare, pointing the gavel at you. The noise of the crowd subsides as they crane forward to hear what you have to say. "No, I don't understand." "Well, you ought to understand, and you ought to be addressing me properly," I continue. "Sorry?" "Ah, you are sorry, are you? What are you sorry for?" I ask, seizing on your reply. I meant I didn't understand what you meant." "Ah, yet another lack of understanding," I announce to the sound of tutting from the crowd. You can see heads shaking all around you. "Are you an idiot, a fool, a simpleton?" I ask. "Certainly not." "Certainly not, my lord," I reply, with a smile which bears no warmth whatsoever. You frown, still unsure what on earth you are doing in this place, and who all these people are, And most of all, why is it that I am sat as a judge presiding over you? I give you an encouraging look. You look left and right, feeling uncertain before you speak again. Certainly not, my lord. At last, some progress, I say. The crowd nods in approval. So, I shall ask you again, what have you got to say for yourself? I do not understand why I am here. I raise my eyebrows in expectation. My lord, you add. Well, you should, I explode. Yes, you should. Yes, you should. Yes, you should, chants the crowd. Why am I here? You say, but your question is drowned out by the noise. A week of silent treatment, I announce, and slam the gavel down with a loud crack. What for? You cry, puzzled and alarmed. There is a gasp from the crowd at your question. 2 weeks for such impertinence, I add. This isn't fair. 3 weeks for challenging our authority, I announce. You cannot judge me. This is ridiculous. I don't even know why I'm here. I don't even know what I'm accused of. 3 weeks of silent treatment and a dose of triangulation with a replacement of our choosing, I declare, with a gleeful look in my eyes. You can't do this, you assert. What? I roar. I can do as I please. This must be against the law. This isn't right. I am the law. Surely you should tell me what I have done. I should not have to do anything that you say. I am the judge. Then what about the jury? Surely they should decide whether I'm guilty or not, whatever it is I'm accused of. I look reflective for a moment. Yes, you have a point. Very well, I shall allow it. I decree in a magnanimous tone. Never let it be said that this court is unfair. Ask the jury. I point towards the jurors sat on the right-hand side of the courtroom, and you have noticed them for the first time. They are all staring at you. In actual fact, what you actually see is my face, 12 times over, staring at you. Guilty, announces the first juror. Wait, I haven't even asked you what I'm guilty of yet, you protest. Guilty, cries the second juror. Guilty, shouts the third. You shake your head, utterly bewildered by the announcement of these verdicts. This is preposterous. No charge has been read out to me. I haven't even entered a plea, and there should be a trial. This is a joke, you cry. 6 months of gaslighting to run consecutively to the earlier sentence, I holler, above the braying of the crowd. This isn't fair. The pronouncements of guilt continue to ring out as the crowd chant, guilty, 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 at you. A man leans into the dock from behind you. He thrusts a microphone under your nose. Hello, Ian Sim from the Daily Smear. How do you feel? What? You reply, backing away as another microphone appeals. Hello, mark my words from the Global Liar. What's it like to be such a horrible person? I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Ivor Stain from Channel Bias. Do you think you can cope with the sentence? Mayday from Bad News. Did your family make you do it? More faces lean into the dock, jostling with one another as questions are hurled at you. The crowd's noisiness continues as its members drive one another into a frenzy. You see my face times 12 as the jurors leap up and down, hooting and laughing as they point and continue to yell, Guilty! In your direction. Through it all, you can hear my baritone as more and more punishments are added to the already burgeoning list, and your head swims with the barrage of sounds. Faces blur, nausea sweeps across you, and your heart hammers in your chest. You feel hot, you feel faint, and arms grab you from either side and pull you along the dock. What's happening? I don't understand. What am I supposed to have done? You murmur. Don't worry, says a calm voice, and you turn your head to see an elegant lady stood next to you. The lieutenants who were once there have now disappeared. Who is this woman? Where has she come from? You've never seen her before. Don't worry, she repeats. I will take care of him for you." She smiles, and promptly lets you go. She strides from the dock towards me, as you teeter at the top of the stairs, the darkness of the cells somewhere beneath you, and then you topple forward and crash into the chasm below.